Before the arrival of Emmett Till, there had been more than 500 lynchings in the state of Mississippi. Between the time of the late 1800s to the mid to late 1900s, there were around 581 total lynchings committed on African Americans, of whom were mostly men. Two black men with the NAACP were killed for registering black voters shortly before Emmett Till arrived in Mississippi. As you can imagine, the state of Mississippi was a hotbed of racial tension and discrimination. Because Emmett Till had arrived in Money, Mississippi at the wrong time, was not used to the customs of the caste of Mississippi, he was brutally attacked. No action was taken by the federal government. In August of 1955, Emmett Till would embark on a journey from his hometown of Chicago to Money, Mississippi, to spend his summer vacation with his cousins and uncle, Moses Wright. Before Emmett Till left the train station in Chicago, he gave his mother, Mammy Till, his watch and a kiss goodbye. His mother told him time and again to beware of the dangers of Mississippi, but his free and playful side would take the best of him. On the 27th of August, Emmett Till and two of his cousins went to the local store, and Till bought 10 cents worth of bubble gum. As Till left, the wife of the owner of the Bryant Grocery and Meat Market, Carolyn Bryant, left as well shortly after. When she got to her car, Emmett made a cat call towards her, and the other boys got scared. They all thought she was now going for a gun, so they took off. A day or two later, Wright then reported the missing boy to the local community and the authorities. On August 31st, Emmett's body was recovered from the Tallahatchie River. Till's body had been battered severely. One eye was resting on his bloated cheek while the other was missing. Mammy Till stated that when she saw Till's body, his tongue had been choked out and lying down on his chin. Roy Bryant and J.W. Milam were arrested also on August 31st for the kidnapping and murder of Emmett Till. In Money, it was strange for white men to even be taken to court for harassing or hurting a black man, so it was of no surprise that the jury was made up of an all-white jury, who all lived in the same county as Bryant and Milam. It was of no surprise that the two men who killed the young boy named Emmett, the young boy with a loving mother, were set free. The brutality with which Emmett met his end was overwhelmingly undeserved. Though it was common for a black man to be beaten for even looking at a white woman, no child was reported to be killed by two grown men. Emmett was from a whole different world when compared to Money, Mississippi. He never witnessed such deprived examples of complete hatred, intolerance, and plain contempt towards African Americans. This lack of knowledge indeed cost him greatly. On September 6th of 1955, J. Edgar Hoover wrote a letter to Attorney General Herbert G. Brownell, stating that there was no need for the federal government or the FBI to get involved. His reason? He stated that there was no need for the involvement because there had been no violation of the Federal Kidnapping Statute or the Federal Civil Rights Statute. Also, he stated that it should be noted that recently in Washington, D.C., a group of white boys from the state of Mississippi were beaten and knifed by Negro youths, and this bureau did not conduct an investigation. He said this, as from what I can tell, as a means to explain why he did not call upon the resources he had at his will to help in the investigation of the slaughter of Emmett Till. For him, to use this previous attack as a means to not investigate is immoral. There was nothing that tied the two cases together, other than the fact that an attack had occurred. Hoover also said that this was not a concern of the FBI because no allegation was made that the victim had been subjected to the deprivation of any right or privilege. No right was taken away? How about the right to live a life, to live and see the world fully rather than to be struck down by the hands of ignorance and intolerance? Because of the great injustice the family of Emmett Till endured, the whole U.S. nation reacted with shock. The black community began to boycott the store with which the Bryants owned, and as a result, the store made no money and closed down. Whites and blacks alike stood up in support of Mammy Till in her fight to spread the knowledge of her son's death. Because of Emmett Till's unknowing sacrifice, Till had almost single-handedly started the fire beneath the feet of those yearning for civil justice.